Now, an Egyptian automobile manufacturing company is set to export to the United Kingdom 60 of London's iconic double-decker buses. The Egyptian company is currently making a new batch of buses which are hybrid models, and they're designed to meet the Euro 6 emission standards. So the next time you are in the red buses in London, you may just as well be taking a ride in a made-in-Egypt bus.
Made in Egypt for the streets of London, Egyptian vehicle manufacturer MCV is producing 60 of London's iconic red double-decker buses. According to the company's quality assurance manager, this is the first time for a vehicle with this technology to be manufactured outside of Europe.
This bus is a hybrid system, which means it runs on both diesel and electricity. This bus is Euro 6 model. It has the highest emission technology in the world right now, which needs a special kind of gas. It runs on either diesel or electricity, depending on the journey and the road condition. This is the first time for a hybrid bus to be manufactured and assembled outside of Europe.
Euro 6 refers to European legislation for vehicle emissions, where cars registered from September 1, 2015 are expected to meet certain requirements. The aim of the technology is to reduce carbon emissions produced by vehicles, with a Euro 6 bus emitting 96% less nitrogen dioxide than a Euro 5 bus, improving the air quality in the bustling English capital. MCV first started working with Transport for London in 2011 with the launch of a partnership agreement to manufacture buses with a capacity of 63 seats, as well as that of the drivers and a standing capacity for 19 people.
It took a lot of work from the entire company, starting from receiving the client's requirement, the design specifications, to designing the first prototype and the first pilot batch, where tests are run to ensure that the designs are correct. We recheck our work at every stage throughout the process to make sure that everything turned out according to the original designs. This took a lot of effort and a lot of late nights, but when we saw the finished product, it was all worth it.
Double-deckers were originally built in 1947 to replace the World War II trolley buses and have since become a familiar sight on London streets. In recent years, the biggest change to London's fleet of buses has been the introduction of fuel-efficient hybrid diesel-electric motors in 2012, when the Roadmasters were given a modern facelift. MCV have already sent 2 batches from the total number of vehicles and are currently working on production of the final batch to be delivered.
Well, if those Egyptian buses are ready by June, perhaps I'll be riding one of them when I'm in London in about 2 months from now. Let's wrap up the program. The International Monetary Fund has commended Botswana's track record of prudent economic policies and sound institutions, which has led to the low public debt and sizable fiscal and foreign exchange savings. The executive board of the fund just concluded the Article 4 consultation with Gaborone. The IMF directors noted that with the recent weakening of the global demand for diamonds, the near-term outlook for Botswana has become more challenging. The IMF concurred, or agreed rather, that the country is well positioned to weather the current downturn and that medium-term prospects for Botswana are favorable, although subject to some downside risks. The directors of the IMF supported the currently accommodative macroeconomic policy stance. Nevertheless, in the light of implementation and capacity constraints, the directors encouraged the authorities in Gaborone to exercise caution and focus on the most profitable and viable investments. That's about all for today. We thank you for watching. I am Bosin Namafaya. I will see you next week. Do have a great weekend.